The biggest scam African parents or African culture sold to us, that elders are always right. Elders are always right. Because what a child climbs a tree, an Iroko tree, to see, an elder will sit down at a spot and see. You know that's not true, right? At least with the invent of AI and smartphones, children now are beginning to become wiser than even travelers or elders. And that's the truth. So that's not true. If there's anything I've observed in my little years on earth, it is the fact that just because I grew older doesn't mean that I learned everything that I didn't know before. There are some things that I learned simply because I traveled out of where I was. I would never have known those if I remained where I was. There are some things I learned simply because I read a book on the subject. There are some things, so learning didn't just happen just because I advanced in age. Are you with me? So imagine I now continue living in a spot, at a spot, and I'm 80. Suddenly, I'm right about everything. No. There's an error somewhere. Because a foolish man will still grow old. Right? If you get that. So that's not true. Elders are not always right. And then you know why. So, and lastly, family over mental health. If there's anything that has been emphasized a lot in African families is the fact that family over mental health. You see, many families in Africa, you see, many families in Africa do not prioritize the mental health of their children. In fact, when a child in Africa says that they don't want to do this because it's hurting their mental health, it sounds like a joke, because baby boomers and Generation X, they don't understand mental health as a language. They are like, what are you talking about? So, but anyway, taking it down to the family now, you realize that in many African settings, the children are able to endure a high level of abuse just because they are not allowed to live. And I'm wondering, why? They say so that peace will reign. Peace at the detriment of who? Somebody is getting what they want, which always happens to be the parents or the older one. And then the younger one tends not to be getting what they want too. And then you're telling the younger one to do and be the way they want them to be, so peace will reign. Why can't the older one also lose the things they want so that peace will reign? Are you with me? And so that culture of family over mental health is not healthy. It's not ethical. From what angle is it even agreed upon to be okay for a child to stay in an environment where his wants, or rather his needs, are not respected,